Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here and sharing your beautiful energy with this tribe. If you're new here, welcome on in. My name is Anu and I am your Psychic Tarot host. This is another timeless reading and feel free to watch as many piles as you're drawn to. The topic for today is what your guides want you to focus on next. Okay, so I don't want to say what you should focus on, but what you may want to focus on next. That's what we're going to look into today, okay? So we have 4 options. Pile 1, this is your card. If you're drawn to it, it's called the Vessel. Okay. Pile 2, we have Thanatos. Look at the image if you're drawn to this one. This is pile 2. For pile 3, we have the Queen. And pile 4, we have the Shapeshifter. Okay, so those are your options. Go ahead and pick the one that calls to you the most, and I will see you at your selection. Hi, pile 1. This is for those of you that chose the first oracle card, which is called the Vessel. Now, you'll see it's pretty much an energy of rebirth, okay? And the topic that we're looking into today is what should you focus on, or what your guides or your divine power, your spirit team want you to focus on. And again, that's free will, okay? So whatever you see here, your free will trumps it all, so take it as it fits, please. So the Vessel is really encouraging you to, and I'm laughing because a lot of you in this pile will probably be tired of hearing self-care, because that's coming through strongly, and that's the reason why your guides are here to tell you, no, actually, really, that's what you should focus on. You should really focus on taking care of this vessel. You know why? Because this time of the darkness, of your dark night of the soul, is coming to an end. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but it's really in your own hands and how well you can nourish your vessel. And the vessel is your physical body, okay? So this is a little bit more literal. It is about really, whether you have been ignoring your diet, your fitness, your mental health. Are you sleeping enough? Are you drinking enough water? And why? Because the vessel is what houses your soul, okay? The one biggest purpose that we as humans are tasked to do is to take care of our soul. Our soul is incarnated into the body, right? So if you don't take care of the body, you're actually neglecting your soul. So there's a lot of interconnected messages that are coming through, but it's also like, look at the golden bowl, okay? So pick up your confidence, cleanse everything out. And it's funny as I say that, there's a street cleaner out, so I apologize for the noise. But that's what it is. It's time to cleanse out old energies, trying to take care of your body, take care of your vessel, mind, body, spirit, integrate it all, so you can really be full of life, because you have this golden energy, okay? This is available to you. Also confidence, because it's the color of the solar plexus. So it's really take care of yourself to begin with. That's what you should focus on. Forget every other area that you're getting pulled into. If it feels like an obligation, it is an obligation. It is not in tune with your soul. Okay? All right, so let's see what other oracle cards we get. I'm going to put this over here. So for today, what should you focus on? What? Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. All right, look at this. We're talking about the vessel, taking care of the vessel, and you get glamour, okay? So this is, it says, into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. What more can we, how more direct can it be from your guides? Or nope, it's time for self-care. It's time to do a little R&R for yourself, go do a spa day, join the gym, I don't know, go for a swim, take a walk, take a nap, a long nap, whatever that means to you. But it is time to appreciate yourself and work on your literal physical body. Feel good about yourself. And all of those are kind of keep building your confidence and make you feel genuinely that you've got it figured out. I know a lot of us I don't know what I'm doing, but sure, baby steps. This is your step 1, okay? Let's see what else we have. Round and round, number 25, and this was a 15, reduces to a 6. 6 is again the number of love. It's a number of Venus, so beauty and our value system is, what do you value? Okay, who do you value? And this has got to be you in this case, because there is something that's been going around over and over again. This is a number 7. 7 is about aligning with our spirit as well. Okay, so there's been something that has not quite broken the pattern in your life. Okay, so you may find, for example, if this is related to work, you may find that over and over you're the person who ends up taking on extra projects and helping other teammates or your superiors, and nothing ever really changes. It's kind of a cycle, and you'll see how there's a spiral here. It's a cycle because this is where we're not. This is where we've not detached ourselves from whatever this is. Could be work, could be family, could be, I don't know, community. But work is usually the easiest example. And again, it's going to apply to different axes in your life. But for example, until we learn to detach our own value from how much I earn, or I earn, how much we earn, and this is a message for me as well, how much we earn, or what title we have, or what type of job we have, and do I have enough recognition or not at work, until we keep attaching our value to what we do, we're not doing ourselves justice, and we're caught in that cycle over and over again. Okay, so this is the time to break that cycle and say, great, I'm really grateful for this job, I'm really grateful for this company, grateful for more than paying my bills and giving me a good life sustenance for myself and my family, whatever that may be for you, right? But that's not my sole purpose. This is a vocation, this is a profession that is fueling my energy, so I can really divert myself to what I really truly want to do, what my soul is calling me to do. Okay, so that's a cycle that you've got to break. It's coming through very clearly, and it can be every area of your life. I just picked work because it's a little bit easier for larger groups to relate to. So we have the elk spirit. Wow, this is interesting. It is an earth symbol. Okay, even though we see a lot of fire, and you see how there's similarities over here with the fire and the light and the spirit. Spirit is what's coming through. So it's stay grounded. Yes, of course, as I said right here, right? Stay grounded. You still gotta, keep a job. You still gotta keep this relationship. Still gotta do all of that, because that's the part of the 3D. But at the same time, listen to what's calling you, and value yourself, and raise your confidence, and raise your own self-worth. That's where you got to start, okay? And then everything else is going to start taking care of itself. So elk spirit is also a provider. It is also the antlers here are a symbol of higher rank, okay, elevation, like the king energy or the queen energy, because this talks about the crown, okay? Also, we have purple, which is the color of the crown chakra. So you're getting a lot of intuitive ideas, and your guides have been trying to tell you and nudge you in a certain direction. So listen to that, because there's definitely messages for you there. But value yourself and trust the information that you're receiving, no matter what form it's coming in. If it's coming to you, if it's knocking at your mind, there is something to it. So listen to that, but take it all back to, it is time for you to value yourself. At the end of the day, that's your big focus. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have patience. This is Jupiter in Virgo in the 6th house. 6th house is your daily routine. This is your vocation. This is your work and your life balance. Okay, so as you go through this, again, be patient with the changes as the changes kind of trickle in. Okay, it is a cycle you're breaking, so those two take time, right? So be patient with yourself and be patient with the universe and all the elements around you. But 6th house is changing. This is your day-to-day routine. So again, 6, 6. It is your health and fitness, physical, mental, emotional, along with your day-to-day routines. All of that is going to get balanced out. Jupiter does expand wherever it goes. Okay, and Virgo is all about the details. So just think through every little detail on what are you missing in your schedule. Do you have too many meetings? Do you have too much travel time? Do you have enough breaks? All that stuff. Again, everybody's schedule is different, but be patient with yourself also as you make these changes, okay? Yeah, look at that. We've got Sun in Gemini in the third house, versatility. So this is, again, more physical elements are coming through. We have physical, earthy energy. We have the physical glamour, physical vessel energy. And here with the day-to-day routine as well. So literally this has got to do with your body, okay? This is as clear as day. Some of you would really benefit from a yoga session or a Reiki session. This person doing the handstand and walking on their hands here is really talking about being versatile. But this is where the light is shining, okay? We have Sun in Gemini, and this could be something really close by. So be open to opportunities if you hear about a new workout session within your community or within your area, wherever you live. That's kind of coming through over here, okay? And then we have the Crossroads Master number 22 and the Queen of Pentacles, more earth energy, okay? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is showing up over here. Virgo is already here. We have also Gemini. So earth and a little bit of air is coming through. So air is thoughts. Listen to your thoughts. If you're at a crossroads, choose you. Choose you. That's what the big message is over here, okay? All right, so let's get you some tarot. And my beautiful pile 1, who is engaging in self-care and actually taking care of themselves and valuing themselves. Spirit, what do they need to hear? Wow, Emperor. Let's get a few more. Oh, we got a stack over here. Okay, so we got 6 of Swords. You are making progress. You're moving forward. King of Cups. We talked about King over here. We have the King of Cups. We have the 5 of Swords. Okay, all the mental agony that we've been going through. We do have the Emperor, because the King wasn't enough. And let's see, let's get a couple more. What should they focus on? Pile 1. What should they focus on, Spirit? Wow, we have the Tower. Look at the major arcanas coming through. Yeah, you've been really called to make really big changes. And the Hermit. Virgo. So some of you are really like Sun, Moon, Rising Virgo energy that's coming through very strongly over here. And the bottom deck energy, we have the 7 of Cups. Dreams. Dreams and opportunities. Now again, it's got these gems over here. Okay, it's got the rose, it's got choices, rainbows, instinct, passion, which is the fire we've been seeing, and then there's also illusions over here. There's extremes and illusions over here as well. But this is, again, don't be afraid to engage in a little self-glamour at this point, okay? I know sometimes a little bit of retail therapy can go a long way. So if you have the means, and if you feel like you've just been like feeling very bland and dry, go for a shopping spree within your limits that makes you feel good without judging yourself. Again, if you have the means, go for it. That sort of thing is coming through, but it is a time to focus on your dreams. So here we have 3 major arcanas, a court card, and then we have a little bit of air energy over here as well. Okay, so we have Aries showing up over here, Aries, Virgo, and then Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So for you, as I said over here, you gotta break this pattern. Again, I'm gonna go back to the work example because that's the easiest for people to relate to. There is some cycle that you need to break, and that's why the Tower is here. Okay, this has been causing this lifestyle, this work pattern, this relationship, this family dynamic, whatever this is. It's been going on for a long time, and it's been causing a lot of mental chaos and agony. And it's not a lot, but it's like you don't feel aligned. Now it's time for you to make a dramatic change, and this starts with you. This starts with your own self-worth, with your own self-perception. Remember what I said early on, that message is coming through again, is like, do you associate your value with what you do, or what title you hold, or what's your status? Is that how you value your own self? That's got to change. You're not what you are, who you are, okay? That's an important one, because what gives us a status, gives us a job. So that perception has to change because it's not serving you well. You gotta become your own emperor. You gotta act like you are your life's boss. That's what this is. And this is gonna come very strongly. If you're relating to this message, you've been feeling this internally for a while now. But that's what, if you change that, guess what? The Five of Swords disappears. You get to really sail on smoothly from here, and you get to live your life to your heart's fullest desire, to your soul's completion. Okay, but this has got to happen. This change has got to happen in how you view yourself. That's very, very loud and clear. So Spirit, any advice? This is the guidance. So it's any more advice on how to make this happen. We have the Emperor and the Empress showing up now. Wow. So we have a divine pair. Some of you, this could be about a relationship, or if you're single and you're wondering why you haven't been able to find your divine counterpart, is also because you got to go back to yourself and check, do you really feel worthy? And is it a desire or is it a need? If it's a desire, amazing. If you feel it's a need, you got to go back and reset that, because you don't need another person to feel like the Empress. You actually desire another person, a companion in your life, and it'll be nice to have them. And but meanwhile, you gotta live your life to the fullest, the way you are today. That's what's coming through. Okay, so let's get some more. So what's the advice for pile 1? Look at that. I cannot make this up. Some of you, this is about a relationship. Look, we got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. This is another divine counterpart. I'm going to put the Empress here next to the Emperor. We got the King of Wands. We got the Queen of Wands. Look at that. Wow. Let's get one more. And we have the Ace of Wands. All right. So there is a new beginning. Okay. This is what, and it's going to come once you really step into your power. You've got the masculine, the feminine, the mother of all feminines, the father of all masculines, right? So you are at a point where you have to learn, or the recommendation or the advice here is, you have both sides and you're also complete within yourself. Each one of us has a divine masculine and a divine feminine within us. This is a time, a pivotal time. Once you make this change of self-worth and taking care of yourself first and foremost, naturally you'll heal all your divine masculine and feminine elements within you. And when you do, guess what? You'll attract the right people, you'll attract the right opportunities, you'll have a peaceful life, everything will be smooth sailing. So clear as day. I'm gonna stop harping about this, but this is this has been within you. This fire has been burning within you. Oh, this says career, beginnings, travel. I do not see the career here. So maybe for some of you, it's like a new career motivation moving forward, but the honor and the recognition starts with you. If you feel you're too good for the organization that you're there, then yes, you're too good. So work on your resume, find another job, and then quit this one, right? I'm not saying just quit it right off the bat, because we do need that sustenance, right? We got to be smart about it. But for some of you, this is really career related, and it's not happening. The promotion's not happening. The opportunity is not happening, because you're giving way too much to this job and you think you're nothing outside the job. Okay, that's clear as day. That needs to change in your own self-perception. The moment you do that, everything changes. Trust me. You have like Emperor, Empress, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. You have the King of Cups. So intuition. Listen to your intuition. Listen to this fire that's burning within you. Okay, all right, so let's get you an Archangel Michael message, and then we'll get you your angel number as well. So Archangel Michael, what is your message for my beautiful pile 1? Ooh, okay. We got 2 flipped out, so we'll take them. One is face down, and this one is keep your eyes on your targeted intention, and then we have take your time making this decision. Okay, so the crossroads, again, don't be impulsive. Again, as I said, if you know you have to quit your job, you have to quit your job, but hey, work on that resume, land yourself a job, and then get out. And you don't have to get out quietly. You can be very loud and clear, and while you're leaving, and that's your story. Okay, so be smart about it. But let's read the prayer over here. So keep your eyes on your targeted attention. Intention. Oh my God, I can't talk, not stalk. Interesting. Some of you need meditation as well. So this says, thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action toward realizing my dreams. Okay. Remember, we also had the Seven of Cups that came out about dreams, and courage is something we've been talking about all along. And then we have this one here, take your time making the decision. Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. Remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. I really like that. You see how the keywords are showing up again and again over here. We got detach over here. We got confidence and courage over here. So this reading, if it's resonating, it is on point for you. Okay, with that, let's get you your angel number. This maybe if you're seeing this number around you, digitally, physically, that's your angels saying hello. And you have earth energy showing up with number 14 that says, I am practical. You're open-minded and always up to try something new. Yet, you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. Look at that. So if you're seeing 14 or 1414, 1441, that's the little gentle nudge from your spirit team. All right, that's what I got for you, Pile 1. I hope this helps. If it did, do give it a big thumbs up, share with a friend or two, and comment below if this specifically relates to you and exactly how the messages were coming through. If you need a personal reading, all the information is in the description box below. I look forward to hearing from you. Wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. This is for those of you who chose the second oracle card called Thanatos. And if you look at the imagery, you'll see a face, you'll see hands. This is, I think, the torso. And basically, you'll see all of this in a web, right? So this is a very, very deep message over here. Okay, this is similar to the Scorpio energy. So I bet we have Scorpios in this group over here. This is about death and rebirth, okay, where we have patiently worked on ourselves. I almost feel like we've completely disintegrated our old identity and coming into the new. So your spirit guides, your team wants you to focus on this new rebirth of yourself. Actually, some of you, especially if you're Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, we have the South Node in Scorpio up until, I would say, next year, March. Is that right? But yeah, this is the Taurus Scorpio axis where we're going to have, the eclipses happen on the North Node, South Node. So this is where some part of yourself is, I keep hearing the word disintegrating, okay? So the old you is dying and your focus now should be on rebirthing the new you. This is forget, how you used to portray yourself to the world or how you used to view yourself or view the world. Change all of that. What is not working for you, let it go, dissolve it, release it into the ether and just say, or even to Gaia and say, I release this to you, Gaia. Use it as fertilizer. This no longer serves me. Take this as my offering so I can sprout up and have a new life and grow into my new self. Okay, so major rebirth energy, and that's what your guides want you to focus on next. Is like, sure, you may have felt that you were in this state for a long time because the spider waits in the web for its prey to come. So that's also an interesting message. Is this may be also something to integrate in your thinking process, in the art of manifestation, that think of something with full intention and then release it to the universe. Stop chasing. That's the old you that was always believing in working hard. That's how you're going to get things done. That's how you're going to get the recognition. That's how you're going to get the promotion. That's how, you'll have your partner, your spouse, your family be happy if you just always keep working hard. That part is dissolving. Okay, and there's a new spark within you. Okay, so that's what this is really. We'll see what other cards come out, but this is again, you've been patient enough, but now you have to completely reorient your thinking in order to go for this through this rebirth. Okay, so focus on your own rebirth. That's what's coming through over here. All right, so let's see what other oracle cards we got for you. What should you focus on? We have fertility. Interesting. So number 37, which is a 10, so it's a completion and a 1 and a beginning. So fertility, let all take root. What? Let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Spirit. Literally rebirth. Okay, so this could be you also coming into the energy of actually feeling very productive and feeling very full of life, because that's what fertility is. But the root, seed, and sprout is exactly what I was getting over here. Is like, you know, when we're talking about releasing the fertilizer to Gaia, those are the old things that you're releasing to the ground so you can rise up. Oh my goodness, I have like goosebumps right now. And how much similarity there is in these cards. Okay, so your focus should really be growing yourself, becoming healthy, taking care of yourself, and that self-care has come through for previous pile as well, so maybe some of you are coming from there. But this is about new life. Let new life be all about. And for some of you, it may also be that you're trying to, or you're starting to think about expanding your family. Whatever family means to you, okay? Be it fur babies, be it real babies, making babies, adopting babies, whatever that is. But, or maybe plant babies, I don't know. I meant plants, okay? Because so much sprouting is happening over here in my head. But yeah, that's, how do you want your life to be? Can you disintegrate the old? Can you just release it? And I keep getting this, like, just let it go. Just drop it. Because you've been carrying it for too long. Drop it and now focus on the new. Okay? Wow. It's like, I can't even go more on this because it's just, that's what it is. It's clear as day. We have poised, number 48, or the number 12, or the number 3. Okay? Poised. You are ready for this. Now, this is, again, spread your wings and fly. Get ready to fly. Get ready to make your wishes come true. The stars always talk about hopefulness, about our wishes coming true. So focus on what brings you happiness, and going back to the energy of stop chasing, just receive. Get ready to receive, and that you're poised to receive a lot of beauty, a lot of new beginnings in your life, because you've done the work. You've done your shadow work at this point, okay? Wow. Get ready to receive. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on what makes you feel alive. And just being in that vibration is going to bring the right opportunities, maybe the right people into your life. We have, wow, the starfish. I kind of see some similarities here as well. Starfish is, again, water energy. It is our intuition. It is our feelings. It's our emotions. But for the biggest symbol with the starfish is actually regeneration. Because I don't know if you knew, starfish, you know, if like a little limb gets damaged or cut off, it actually regrows. So again, that scorpionic energy is coming through of rebirth, the phoenixing moment. Doesn't matter, and it's interesting that one of this is cut off over here. So be it your self-image, your confidence, be it your status, your, you know, relationships, career, whatever has not felt good, you're being called to like cut that off, because you're gonna grow much, much stronger and bigger from that disintegration, from that quote unquote loss. Things that you release. Parts, if something is infected, you got to cut it off. Okay, that sounds a little too dramatic, but it's like, let it go, because you're creating room for the new. And have trust and have faith that you're actually going to regenerate from it. That's what the starfish is. And again, stars are all about wish fulfillment. So you have stars over here and you have stars showing up over here. But this is your inner being telling you this. With the water energy, this is, you feel it within you, that something's got to change, or you're on the verge of changing. And that's what you need to focus on. So we have, this one is first. Let's see, we have the Rider, which is a 9 of Cups over here. And it's also the number one. So number one, number 9, we had the number 1 show up over here as well. Rider is interesting. It's, for me, it's an opportunity or a messenger. So some sort of news is coming. Again, you have the poised energy, you have fertile energy, and you have the regeneration. As you let go of the old, remember I said that when you're in that vibration of like, all right, I'm ready to sprout and ready to grow, naturally you're going to attract the right things and opportunities, and that's going to happen. That's right here. So just have faith and release any control, release any notions or, like overemphasis, or let's call it obsession over when. Give me the date. Is this going to happen in 3 weeks? Is it going to happen in 4 weeks? I don't know. When is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? That stuff, just let that go and just be happy. Take care of yourself. Keep releasing things that don't work and keep working on yourself, and just really, really bloom, and everything else is going to start gravitating towards you. Whatever wishes you had, people or things are going to start gravitating towards you. So focus on your self regeneration. We have, wow, speechless. Sun in Capricorn, number 10th house, achievement, another 10. So 10, 10, 1, 10s and 1s, completions, and new beginnings. There is going to be achievement. This is career specifically. So your 10th house is getting activated. And yeah, I know career is top of mind, but 10th house is also our status. So this can be our social status. This can be single, available, or, in a relationship, or I'm the boss, I'm the homemaker, I'm the whatever, and I'm the boss and the homemaker, whatever combination. The 10th house is the top of our chart. So, our natal chart is the very top. It's what shines us, okay? How we show ourselves to the world and how the world sees us. It's just the surface of it, okay? That's the status. It's not the first house. First house is our own, how we view the world and how we view, and the world views us internally as a person, but the top is the status. So there's going to be a lot of light shining on that. We have the sun showing up over here, okay? So elevation, some sort of elevation that's happening. And then we have Mars in Aquarius, rebellion, 11th house. So this is going to shake things up. And what your guides want you to focus on is like, be okay with, as I said, that theme is here. Let go of things or people that don't resonate. The 11th house is Aquarius, okay? It is unconventional. It is also our long-term dreams. It's also our longer-term connections. It's like friends and friends of friends, but it's a bigger community aspect. And with the Mars and rebellion over here, this is really talking about, you're going to have a very clear understanding of who is in your inner circle and who is not, and you're going to let go of people. You're going to let go of people, and that, as you rise in your energy, you are going to attract the right people in. So be ready for those changes and be okay with that. And that's what your guys want you to focus on, because as you grow, so here's, you are quite spiritual, you're here. You may have heard this sort of phrase in the spiritual world or community, let's call it, that the universe is not wanting you to be alone. Okay, that's not the purpose. The universe is actually moving you on up to, in your consciousness to the next level. And as you elevate, as you ascend, yes, there's going to be some people who can't come with you because they haven't reached that level of consciousness in them. Now, they're not lesser than you. You're not more than them. Okay, everybody is equal, but as we ascend, each person has their own soul journey. As we ascend on our consciousness ladder, naturally, the universe will make you leave people behind, things behind, so you can go on to the next level and then grow your soul tribe there. Okay, so that's happening for some of you. So, your guides are just asking you to be okay with that. It is not a rebellion. Okay, you're not, being scandalous when you're doing that. This is self-preservation. This is focus on self and self-growth, so we can be our authentic self and raise the vibration of the earth as well. Okay, all right, that's really beautiful. A lot of rebirth energy. So let's draw some tarot. Spirit for pile 2. What should they focus on? Pile 2, what should they be focusing on We got the first one, let go. Look at that. Desire, obsession. Didn't I use the word obsession? But this is the timing obsession. Fear and shadow. Okay. Some Capricorns maybe here as well. We have the Two of Wands. It's kind of wanting to come out. It's kind of stuck. I don't know what's going on. Oh, look at that. What does pile 2 need to focus on? Wow, I love this deck. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to take just the first one here, okay? All right, well, I'll take both. If I see the cards, I have to take them. So you got a little extra. So you got the Devil, you got the Two of Wands, you got the Queen of Pentacles, you got Justice, the 2 major arcanas here. You got the Five of Wands. Let's see what we have. Another Hierophant, another major arcana with the Hierophant, and then we have the Six of Wands. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of messages. Okay. See, there is some karmic cycle completing for you, okay? Because we have the Justice right here in the middle. So karma is balancing out. I want to see what's here. Yeah, that's what I was feeling. There's some big change. We have the Tower underneath the deck. The Tower, the Star again. So you've gone through this shakeup. You've gone through this, like, you know, having everything just shook up and feeling like the, you know, the ground slipped from underneath you, or you were all by yourself and in your little, you know, web disintegrating. But all along, you've done a lot of healing. Excuse the noise. You've done a lot of healing here with the Star, right? Look, the burdens are gone. So there is some sort of final harmony, balance coming into your life, okay? And that's what you want to focus on, is like, what is your truth? There is a little bit of mirroring energy I'm picking up over here, because Justice talks about twos. We have the Five of Wands here, but interestingly, there are 2 figures, and then we also got the Two of Wands, okay? So there's a lot of balance. It's kind of similar to, I think, last pile we got the Crossroads, but for you, it's the yin yang that's kind of balancing out within you. You're actually in a position when you do this work and really honor yourself and release and resurrect yourself, you would become an example for others. Trust me, believe me, that's coming through really clearly. And look at that. You know, again, the Hierophant's crown is lit up, and you have the Six of Wands, and this owl has a crown on it as well. And this is all about victory and triumph and glory and wisdom. So you are going to become an example for others on how to turn your life around, how to balance the yin and yang, how to, you know, at what time go after things and what time attract things. So the art of manifestation. There is going to be enough, more than enough money. Again, I see stars and pentacles. You have the Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Wands is that pivotal point, okay? It's the fork in the road. It is the point of expansion. It's also travel for some of you. But this is where we choose a path. And your focus should be on it. Please choose a path that is different from the last one, where you've spent your, pretty much you may feel like your entire life on a certain path. With the Devil and the Two of Wands being next to each other, this is like, what is your comfort zone? What have you been doing all this time? What, let's say, societal norms or programming have you been following, and where has it gotten you so far? This time, choose from your heart, okay? Choose from your heart and see how it goes, because you're going to grow into this energy. You're going to attract a lot of wealth to yourself. You have the Queen of Pentacles. This is so funny because they're reminding me, I said, well, the career part, I think I said, was it in this pile? Where I said whether, yeah, the status, right? You have the status, 10th house, whether you're a boss or you're a homemaker, or you're a boss and the homemaker. Literally, Queen of Pentacles is both. She is the boss and she's the homemaker, and she's the boss of the home and she's the boss at work. That's what this energy is, and it sees like loyal, charming, wise, loving. Okay, those are the keywords coming through. So you will create a lot of abundance for yourself. There will be justice for you, but there is this balancing of, you know, balancing the scales of your own karma and balancing the scales and tipping them in your soul's favor. In the sense, what that means, You've been taking care of others for a very long time. Now you need to focus on taking care of yourself and growing yourself, because your soul has been like completely off your radar. You've been taking care of other souls. And it's time to turn it around. And this has probably been maybe some family expectations, maybe some career expectations, because the devil talks about where we feel bound, but we're actually not. We can break that very easily. Okay? And when you do that, you come into this power, you come into this being almost an influencer for others, a role model, and also getting a lot of recognition. I love this because owls are always maybe like, so look out for these animal spirits as well. So we have the starfish, we have the cheetah over here. Wow, this is the competition. Yeah, breaking all of that. You have 2 5s here as well. So 5 5s or 10 10 10s would really come up here today. So we'll see what your angel number is at the end. But owls are always, for me, a symbol of wisdom. And this says, this is the 6 of Wands. So you will have victory, but this is going to be based off of, solely off of your effort and your own growth and wisdom. Okay? So, wow, that's a lot of messages. So, Spirit, any specific advice for pile 2? What's the advice? Ooh, the card went flying down. I'll grab it just a second. Let's get 3 more. Okay, the Chariot is also showing up. Just give me a sec. Okay, the 8 of Cups. Ooh, interesting. Did you? Yeah, that's what this is. 11th house. You're definitely having to let go of some people or some goals. This could also be like something that you've been focusing on for a long time. If it's not happening, it's not meant to happen. We sometimes in our human capacity would not understand why. Just, can you release it? Like, as I said, cut it off from your energy field. 8 of Cups is really talking about you've been at it for a long time. You've been like burning the candle at both ends, and it's just not bringing you that fulfillment, right? So let that go. Be ready in this. Look what it says. Change, shift, change. So change is here. Okay, shift out of this energy. Stop holding yourself to a certain standard, even though you don't resonate with that standard. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles. There's your new beginning. So we have skills, money, talent showing up. Focus on what is your true talent, but also be open to learning something new. Pages always want to learn. They're very enthusiastic about learning something new. So there's some change here. Okay. Focus on that. Focus on, just like integrating with yourself. The 4 of Cups is an energy of boredom. Yes, we're waiting, we're yearning, but the advice here is like just keep working on yourself, release it out the universe, and it'll come to you when it's the right time. There will be victory, okay? And you will be able to, again, this duality. See, duality. You will be able to crack this, but just have that faith in yourself. And just focus on, literally like focus on you. That's what this is about. Balance your life out, and everything else is going to fall into place. But there's definitely something you're being called to walk away from with the 8 of Cups coming over here and the 4 of Cups. It's been kind of a waiting journey. Whatever's not happening, let that go and get ready to receive something new as you grow. Okay. All right. Let's get you a message from Archangel Michael. Oh, this one wants to come out. We'll get one more though. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. So this is a very specific message. I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. So maybe remember we talked about some of the expectations, maybe family expectations, relationships, career expectations, some fear, some recognition need that has been there. Remember, we do our level best according to where we are in our consciousness. So never judge yourself. Forgive yourself, move on, let that go. Release it to Gaia, okay? Let's get one more. Look at that. Releasing and then coming into innocence. Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's with that. Let's get you your angel number. I know you've been getting a lot of 10s anyway, and 5s. Let's see what number comes through. If you see this number around you, whoa. That's too much. I lost half the deck there. Sorry about that. Okay, so you got the number 3. Ooh, the number of creation. And this says, I am charismatic. Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversations and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. So this is like a little bit of like a, Hierophant energy, the owl energy we talked about. So there's creative expression, but there's also leadership that's coming through here, through communication, through self-expression. So if you see repeating 3s, if you see 10, 10, 10, or 1s, those, oh my gosh, I turned the deck. If you see 1s, we'll take this. Then that's your spirit team just giving you a little nudge that they're here to support you. And this says, I am innovative. You are a self-starter with very innovative ways of creating opportunity. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach success. Okay? I really felt that coming. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, so these are your messages, pile 2. If they resonated, if you like the reading, please do give it a big thumbs up. Share it with a friend or two so it could help them as well. And if this relates, please do drop me a comment. I love reading everybody's comments. And do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you need a personal reading, all the information is in the description box below. So get in touch with me and we can work out a schedule. With that, wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. This is for those of you who chose the 3rd oracle card, which is the Queen. So number 11. Oh, interesting. So 11 is also about alignment. It is 1111 is my channel. So you're feeling fully aligned, and what you're being called to really focus on is actually aligning with your soul, with your spirit. And what do you want to create next, and what do you want to walk through next? For some of you, I do also see pregnancy here. Okay, this literally looks like, a cell and a little fertilized egg in there, whatever that is. I'm getting that membrane image here. But for a lot of you, this is like rising in your divine feminine power. We have the lotus or the water lily here, and we also have the snake, which really, this talks about resurrection. It talks about regeneration. Wow, the theme has really come through today. But this is where you're being called to focus on what your intuition is telling you. What do you need to create? Specifically, I'm getting creation for a lot of you. But this is something, again, you may have been called to do this for a while, but you just may not have had the chance, or life has been busy, any of that. But no matter what's been going on, you've been persevering through your life, because with the lotus here, it's almost like focusing on your light even though you don't see any other light around you. Okay, the lotus represents rising up from literally I was gonna say sludge, a swamp, right? But not letting the dirt touch it. So it comes through the dirt, through the swamp, and rises above the water, and it does not let the dirt or the mud kind of touch its leaves. So it does bloom outside water, right? So this is, again, shining your light, being your authentic self, and not letting any, even like any expectations hold you down. This is your time to shine. Come out, be the queen, live your life as a queen, whatever that means to you. And again, let's hear it. Is it a Lizzo song that's coming through? I don't remember the name of the song, but it's like, I don't need a crown to show you I'm a queen, or tell me I'm a queen. So you don't need a crown, because you don't need a crown to prove that you're a queen. You are a queen. Now it's time to live life according to your own choices, okay? And create something new, what you've been called to create for a while, I feel. So shine your light bright. Also, this is showing us the root chakra and the solar plexus. So again, staying very grounded, but charging ahead with a lot of confidence. That's what you should be focusing on. And again, remember I said that this is free will. So take it what resonates and then release the rest. Free will trumps everything, no matter what any tarot reader or any astrologer tells you. But this looks like you're already rising to some challenge. You've done your work. You've shed some old skin, some old expectations of yourself, and you're shining bright. So keep at it. Keep at it. We have divine guidance, number 38, or another 11. Wow, 11, 11, 11, 11. I get excited when that happens. I see it all the time. So this says, whispers from the beings who shine, let their message be clear and kind. So your crown may be feeling tingly these days. It's possible. This is a deeper purple, but anything purple will indicate our crown chakra. Okay, so I'll call it right off the bat. A lot of you are going through a super alignment of the chakras, because 1111 is also the number of aligning with our true purpose. And we're picking up the root chakra, the solar plexus over here, and then we're also picking up crown. So maybe you're going through a Kundalini awakening. This will like send vibrations through your body. It's totally natural, but this is again coming back to this energy over here. Your guides do want you to know that they're actually sending you a lot of messages, and if something that's been in your psyche for a while that you've been thinking about, as I said, some of you want to start something or want to create something or do something, that's literally coming from your divine team. So pay attention to that. Let the messages come and kind of honor them. And it's not about don't look at it as, again, this is important for some of you, don't think of the message as an obligation. Okay, so if you're getting a message, let's say it's a message of, hey, you need to start your Instagram shop. Okay, and yes, I have to do it. Don't let that weigh heavy on you. Do accept it and do interact with that notion and say, yes, this is on my list and I'm gonna make time for it, and this is gonna be my focus. But don't create like an obsessive timeline for yourself. It's just like honoring the message, recognizing it, and saying, yes, I'm going to work on it. But don't start like judging yourself if you don't get to it right away. Okay, so some of you need to hear that, because some of you really take spirituality, I'm hearing, and again, with full respect and no intent of being disrespectful. Is like, with full respect, some of you take spirituality a little bit too far, and your guides want you to know it's not black and white. You don't have to be fully in a certain way or fully out in a certain way to fall in the definition of a word or a term. Yes, terms and words carry their own vibration. But it's like, how do you relate to it? So some of you also need to hear that, take it easy, go easy on yourself. Just keep, be open to those messages, but don't judge yourself harshly if you're not able to get to it right away. Okay. The universe is not in a rush. That's something that is coming through very strongly for you. Okay. All right. So we have orphaned, number 5. So the 5 is all about changes, and just look at this. Between 11 and 11, that's the big change that is happening. Number 5s talk about divine changes, changes that bring us growth. And with this card over here, you may have felt that you've been on your own, that you have not had a support system. But guess what? Your spirit team has been here all along. The other thing is also like you're being called to ask, like, have you ever raised your hand and asked a friend for help, or asked a relative or a family member for help? You probably haven't, because you are you have such a strong, persevering energy that you'd rather do everything on your own than to ever ask for help. And you're there for the first person in line to help others. But do you ever ask for help? That's just like a side message that's coming through. But in terms of what you should focus on is like, is your soul being called to do at this point? Confidently walk towards it. And this is not the time to feel in this 5 of Cups energy or feel like you don't have a support system. If you need help, ask for help. It could be as simple as, let's say, you need a family member to look after your child. And it's like, hey, can you, be at my home and look over my after my child for an hour? I have this important thing. I'm meeting with an investor, whatever that is, or I have an important interview. Feel free to ask for help, because you're too harsh on yourself. Okay, these opportunities are going to come. And how are you going to grab the opportunities if you're not creating space and if you're not leaning on others as well? Okay, there is no shame in that. It actually shows our willingness to receive. And remember, you have the queen energy. The queen is a receiving, it's a divine feminine. It's very open to receiving energy. And the shadow side is where we give too much. Okay, so no longer feeling that you're on your own. You have a support system for you. Actively think of that as an option of support. Okay, you have the peacock, you're rising. Look at that. It's air energy. The peacock, the shadow side can be ego, but the light side, which you're showing up with so much light, is all about honoring your beauty and being okay with shining your light in the world, being okay to talk about your opinions and your thought process and how you read the world and what you want to create. It is time for you to shine. So focus on your own light, focus on what you want to create, and go after it with a lot of confidence. You will naturally get a lot of recognition for this, whatever this next chapter is, but it will start with you. Okay, you have to recognize your own strength, your own beauty, and also honor your weaknesses and where you could use a helping hand. So that's how we keep our ego and our fears in check, is being open to receiving as well. But this is your time to shine, really your time to shine here. Wow. You're shining bright. You got the stars, and this is the Six of Cups. So again, people are coming through. Six of Cups is a friend energy as well. And 7 is again lining up with our spirituality. So wishes are coming true. Wish upon a star. And the spirit really wants you to focus on your wishes and how to make them come true. How do we also, actually for some of you, be open to the limelight, whatever that means to you. So be open to recognition. If you're somebody who's very shy, who likes to just keep your head down and work away, and keeps wishing for recognition or promotion or whatever that is, but then are not comfortable with the accolades that comes with it. So no, you got to be open to receiving. You got to be open to receiving, okay? That's when you'll shine even brighter. And it's not an energy of like wanting to have the center stage. No, it's just like you do something, you create something, you do good, you get the recognition, accept it, and be thankful for it. Okay, excuse me. Whoa, this one just wanted to come out. Okay, so we have Venus in Leo, 5th house, affair. So just as I say center stage, the 5th house Leo comes out. So, and with Venus here, so this could literally be some romance coming in through as well. Again, for some of you, as I said, I did see pregnancy here. So if that's not something that you want on your to-do list, then take precaution. But if that's something that you want, then it's on the cards here with affair. So Venus is coming through. Venus talks about or encourages us to evaluate and do things that we value, bring in people that we value, bring in material things that we value. So arts, the luxuries, beautiful side of life. And again, there's a little bit of luxury and kind of like, yeah, queen, of course. Of course, the queen is here. So there's a little bit of a royal energy that's coming through. So be open to that. Focus on what brings you that sort of satisfaction. Also what brings you that level of recognition here, and be open to love. If that's something that is on your mind, on your wish list, that is probably coming through in your energy field as well. And then we have Jupiter in Aquarius, 11th house, innovation. So this could, if specifically this is for those of you who are looking for a counterpart, this could be through friends of friends. I don't see this, if that's the case. This is not a complete like blind setup, or it's going to be a connection of a connection that's going to come through. If that's not what you're looking for, then the message is really like be ready for recognition and getting a crown, like a metaphorical crown, leadership or recognition. And a very, very innovative long-term goals. Maybe something that you've been wanting to work on, and you will draw in the right people for it as well. This will be unique. This will be quirky, not your normal goals that, you know, the, let's say, the majority of the collective follows, but something unique. So you're being called to focus on whatever that unique gift or unique interest is, because that's also going to bring you a lot of connections. 11th house is the connections. Okay, so let's get some tarot. Let's see, Spirit for pile. Am I at 3? Yes, pile 3. Sorry. It's like 4 piles today, so 4 wanted to come, so I lost a little bit. So pile 3, what are the messages, Spirit? What should they focus on? There's a lot, actually. I feel like it's a whole new rebirth, because you have ideas, you have recognition, you have birth, you have creativity, you have perseverance. This could be multiple areas of your life. And of course, we have the stars here. Wishes coming true, limelight coming through. Look at that. Wow, let's see, maybe we'll get a couple more. Let's see how many we have. We have the Knight of Wands. So following your passion, fire. We have the Chariot. You will find success and you will proceed and find progress on this path. We have the Magician. Whoa, you are starting something new. Take action. It says power, action, skill. And then you have the 7 of Wands. That's the orphaned energy, feeling like you're always behind a wall. Let's get a couple more. What should they focus on? But this is like your time to shine, really. Focus on your Magician energy. What can you create? You have the High Priestess. You know this within. You've been getting a lot of nudges, a lot of intuitive hits, a lot of messages around this, that you know, inner feeling that you're meant to do something. Look at that. Bottom deck energy is the Knight of Pentacles. It's been a slow and steady race. It almost looks like a unicorn to me. So you are a unicorn. Like, you are unique, really unique. Very beautiful. And then we have Judgment Time. What is your truth? What is your purpose? And then you have the Emperor. Interesting. We have the Queen, and then we have the Divine Masculine here, the Emperor showing up. So definitely a time to focus on how you want to live your life. Honestly, if there's been a goal for this group, and it doesn't have to be career, it doesn't have to be relationship. This could be, okay, I have a lifestyle goal. I'm changing my health habits. I'm changing my routines, or I'm wanting to change my home, whatever that is. But there's something here where you've kind of held yourself back a little bit, or you felt that your point of view is very different from those around you. That's okay. That's where you shine. That is your true authenticity. These people will fall away. These people will fall away, okay? Listen to your inner guidance with the High Priestess, and the High Priestess doesn't have to teach. The Hierophant teaches, okay? The feminine, the Queen, doesn't reveal her secrets or her knowledge. Also, there's a snake here and the skull, and we had the snake here as well. So this is about life and death. This is about the phoenixing, you know, resurrecting ourselves. There is an inner voice within you that holds this wisdom, and you don't need to share it with the world, okay? You don't need to teach others how to do it. You can automatically teach, or people can learn from watching you on how you live your life, okay? That message has come through quite a bit today. But this is the Judgment Time, okay? And this is, you should really focus on, you had 1111, that is Judgment Time. On what is your true authenticity, and follow that. Be your own divine creator or co-creator with the Emperor. You have all the elements with the Magician that you need to create this new life. You will be successful. Okay, so follow this passion, follow this inner fire, whatever this is. It's like time to focus on your desires and your goals. So let's do one more time. Spirit, what's the advice then on this path? Yeah, this is talking about challenge and courage over here. So have the courage to walk this path. It's opening up for you. So we have the King of Cups. What's the advice? We have the Fool. Take the leap of faith. And let's get a couple more maybe. One more. Okay, one fell on the floor that I have to get. Wow. Did we talk about judgment? Look at what we have. We have two twos, two of wands, two of pentacles at a crossroads. At a crossroads, trying to balance the house, create harmony and balance within us. So this is, again, advice from spirit is like, okay, this is your fork in the road. Again, similar message coming through. Pick from your heart and choose and have faith that you'll be able to create this balance, okay? Going back to the extremes, like don't go to the extremes of like, no, you're gonna go all in spiritual or all in ambitious, whatever that is, right? So that theme is coming. So some of you are really trying to prove yourself to you a bit too much. And these two energies are two of balances. It's saying, no, to kind of reel it in a little bit, go easy on yourself. You are the queen. Okay, the queen does whatever she wants, whenever she wants. She's not on a schedule. It's her schedule. I'm getting a very sassy energy from that right now. We have the King of Cups and the Fool. Okay, so this is again saying like, you know, really listen to your intuition. That's come up through quite a bit. But look, oh wow, beautiful. There's empathetic here, warm-hearted, empathetic, charismatic. So show that to yourself. Okay, be empathetic with yourself. Don't judge yourself. You know, you've done enough of that. It's time to break from that pattern and just be free. Just like be free, take a leap of faith, feel open, ask for help where you need to, pray, whatever works for you, okay? But this is all about, this is a time where you need to create a balance within yourself so you can also, as I said, some of you, be open to recognition, okay? You want the recognition, but you don't like the accolades. It doesn't work that way. So focus on rising, making your wishes coming true, be the magician, bring in the energies and just like release the rest. Take that risk if there's something that you've been thinking to do with the Fool energy here. That's the advice, okay? All right, so Archangel Michael, what's your message for pile 3? Energy healing work. Okay, and then bottom deck we have explore your options. We'll take both. Then we have go forward fearlessly. Didn't you have the Chariot? Yeah, there's a Chariot. So this one says energy healing work. So maybe like a Reiki healing, a massage, spa session, yoga, whatever works for you. It says, thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. So some of you may be actually wanting to learn this as well. So that's coming through, or just receive it. That's fine as well. And then you have explore your options. Dear God, thank you for your wisdom and love, helping me see, understand, and assess all of my alternative options. Please guide me in the best direction for my health, happiness, and life's purpose. Okay, with that, let's get you your angel number. So again, if this is something you see, again, for you, also look up the meaning of 1111 or go back and watch my reading on repeating numbers. There may be something for you there in the 111s. But I always encourage people to read the meaning of repeating numbers or angel numbers on their own as well. So your angel number is I love it, 11, and right in the middle you have 555. We had the 5 card over here. I'm optimistic. A major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. Wow. So drop a comment below if you're seeing 555s or 1111s as we saw over here. If you like the reading, give it a big thumbs up and share it with a friend or two if you think that would bring them some messages of healing and help. That is definitely why I'm here. So what else? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you need a personal reading, do get in touch with me. All the information is in the description box below. With that, wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. This is for those of you who chose the 4th Oracle card, which is the Shape Shifter. Very, very interesting. I see eyes here. I see some gems here. I see a tiger and a panda. So take a look at whatever you see. And of course, the whole background here looks like snakeskin to me. So tons of messages. Those could also be your animal spirit guides. So look into them if that's the case. But this is, again, the topic is what should you focus on, and what do your guides want you to focus on? And this is talking clearly about adaptability. I'll talk about the light aspect first, and then a little bit on the shadow. So the adaptability is all about how do we transform ourselves, and also by detaching enough so we kind of are not, interesting things that are coming through messages. So we're not attached to a particular identity. I did not anticipate this message coming at all. So your guides are like really, really coming in loud at this point. What they're telling you is loosen up a little bit, okay? And this is, again, some of you really follow very rigid rules or have very high expectations of yourself, okay? We're not talking about others. It's about you hold a very high standard for yourself, and your guides really want you to loosen up a little bit, let go a little bit. Believe that in every moment and every day, no matter how tired you are, you still give your best. So some of you really need to hear this. That and also, if this is related to some past experiences, this is about, well, even in your past, if you're trying to judge yourself and be very harsh on yourself, you did the best you could in that moment with the information that you had and at your energy levels and at your consciousness levels, okay? That's all it is. So don't be so hard on yourself. And then if you're really holding yourself tight to certain expectations, it's time to release that. It's time to actually blend in. Let go of control issues. Let go of these harsh expectations of yourselves, and rather just go with the flow. Shapeshifter, the most positive aspect is great adaptability, great survival skills, and a level of detachment that, nothing really brings them down. Okay, nothing really phases them. If you think about somebody who's so flexible, foxes are coming through. They always come through when I talk about adaptability or shape-shifting, of course, wolves as well. So maybe foxes, or wolves, maybe your spirit animal too. And foxes can survive in the concrete jungle and the real jungle. They are the most adaptable creatures, okay? So embody some of that spirit. So what you need to focus on is actually becoming more flexible, less rigid, and letting go of very harsh expectations of yourself. Now, the shadow of the shapeshifter, which is a little bit that I just want to bring up here, is sometimes we can also go too far as to so much adaptability and flexibility that we completely lose our own identity and forget who we are, which means that we bend over backwards to please others, be it family, friends, or our partners, or relationships, or close relationships, or children, any of those. So that can be the shadow of shapeshifter, so we don't want to go there, okay? But I think some of you are really holding yourself too tightly. For example, every single day, I must make dinner, homemade, fully made, because my family deserves this and I should be playing this role. And yes, you also spend 3 hours on commute every day, and yes, I also work 10 hours every day, but still the meal should be hot and homemade every single day. That's who I am. Okay, that's a very extreme example for illustration purposes specifically, right? But some of you will be in that bucket if that's coming through, and I'm calling myself out. I used to be in that bucket as well. And sometimes you're like, we're just gonna break, okay? But we have to be live and kicking and awake and full of energy so we can actually give others our energy, right? So that's coming through. So please focus on giving yourself a little bit more leeway, being easy on yourself, and learning to adapt, especially when your environment is completely out of your control. The best you can do is surrender and say, okay, to your higher self, to your spirit guides, to your divine counterpart, interesting, your divine higher being, God, universe, spirit, whatever you believe in. Just release and say, I'm here. I'm doing the best I can. I surrender to the rest, and I trust that you will go ahead of me and clear the path for me. And just leave it at that, okay? All right. Tons of messages that came through with that card. Wow. And third eye also awakening, because I see this eye here. I see the tiger eye. So maybe some of you have a tiger eye crystal or are thinking about getting one. And then I see panda eye. I see this ruby gem over here. And I see this really looks like a fish eye to me, or could also be third eye representation. So always like take the images as well and get your own messages too. I always encourage that. So let's see what your guides want you to focus on. Abundance, number 2. So this is the second house, Venus energy. So Taurus is in this group, maybe. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. So as you loosen up, as you open up to the abundance energy, the more flows to you. But if you're going to keep holding on to those coins, holding on to your your own rules and regulations, the tighter your grip is going to be. And guess what? The law of abundance is that you can't grab more when your fists are clenched up like this. You got to release something to allow something else to come in. That's a simple physical law. But definitely it's a time where you will be coming into beautiful people, beautiful companionship, friends, family, and also beautiful material acquisitions here with the abundance energy showing up. This is your harvest, okay? So be open to that. Some of you may be getting, it's time for commissions or bonuses coming through, or a promotion, also some investments falling into place. Some of you could also be could be affecting your 4th house too. Residence, okay? A change of residence. But a lot of abundance is coming through for you. So be open to that. We have number 11, by the book. This is what has been coming through. Is like, probably you've been living your life by the book a bit too much. So yes, there are times, and 11 is the number of alignment, right? 1111, my channel. Actually, 1111 came through in the last pile, so that always like pumps me up. But this one here is, again, there's a light and shadow aspect of everything, right? So by the book tells us, like, sometimes in life, we actually don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just follow the steps, we follow the way, how it's been done in the past, because that's the easiest way. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. Other times, we can go too much in this direction and completely get lost in the process and forget innovation altogether. Maybe we have a creative way of doing something that has been done a certain way for past decades or even centuries, and that's okay. So with this card showing up, this is going to go both ways for you, because we're talking about what should you focus on next. And this is, again, your guides calling you to say, use discernment. There's like, I see a chessboard here, okay? So use discernment in what areas of your life can you get creative? Can you listen to your intuition and go with the flow and let it be a little bit more chaotic? Because, if you're familiar or you want to look up the term chaos theory, right? Where we leave everything to chance, and every fork in the road we leave to chance, or we give 2 options and we pick one, completely letting chance run things, versus which areas of our life do you actually need to go by the book. So you need to step into that discernment. Going back to the example I had before, no, not every meal has to be home cooked at dinner, okay? If you've had a long day, if you've been working your behind off a lot for like past 4 days this week and 5 days, whatever, you deserve a break, and you can push your family and ask other people to pitch in as well. Those type of things, okay? So don't hold too strictly to this, but also if there's something that can be automated and has been done in the past, then yes, you are smart as hell to use that strategy and not think about having to do it a different way, okay? So that's coming through. So open your mind. I mean, again, flexibility of the mind as well. Wow, we have the raccoon. This is so amazing. This could also be so many animals. Elephants, actually. I love elephants. They're my spirit animal. They show up from time to time. And then we have the raccoon. So for some of you, raccoon could be your spirit animal as well. This is more earth energy. Raccoons are really a symbol of adaptability and resourcefulness. So interesting how it's coming right next to the second house, which is our resources, which is our values of people and of things and morals. The raccoon is again talking about being smart, being resourceful. How do raccoons survive? They are very smart about knowing where they're gonna get the most leftovers, or they're around restaurants, or it's funny if you live in a kind of a neighborhood where you can have outdoor parties, or if you do it at a park, raccoons are the first to know when there is an actual party and they know where to be at what time, right? Extremely resourceful, extremely flexible. They never starve, okay? They always find sustenance. So this is also about, saying like, all right, we gotta be a little bit of a flexible shapeshifter kind of energy, and not hesitate on utilizing the resources that are around us, okay? Example, you can do a semi-homemade meal. Rachel Ray, some of you watch Rachel Ray. I used to back in the day, she's coming through. So it's about, okay, there needs to be a healthy meal. It has to happen within 30 minutes from, your stovetop to your table. How are you gonna do it? Let's get smart about it. Let's use half ingredients that are prepackaged, or maybe like chopping up vegetables ahead of time, meal prep, whatever it is. Those are just examples coming through. But raccoon really asks us to be humble, to also be open to tapping into people and resources that can help us on our path, okay? This is not an energy or time of like being super solo. It's like tap into other people, okay? Ask for help if you need to, but be resourceful. You have all the elements you need to live your life the way you want to, okay? And again, with abundance, I think there's maybe partnering up with a financial advisor, a mentor, or tapping into a friend who's, let's say, knows all about, you playing in the stock market. Just tap into people. Or let's say you want to establish some, investment funds, or invest in real estate, any of those things, and you know somebody who does that. Have a coffee chat with them. That's the raccoon energy. It's like learning from others and identifying those opportunities that can actually give you those nuggets of information, okay? We have the bouquet, number 9, and we have the Queen of Spades over here, which is the Queen of Swords. So clarity of thought with also being very clear on what you love and what you want to bring into your life. Again, the bouquet and abundance showing up is like you're attracting a lot of beautiful things into your life, but at the same time, you're also being quite innovative on how you bring those things into your life, okay? So this is resourcefulness, but this is also how do I create a beautiful surrounding around me what gives me the energy of abundance and happiness and curiosity, but also being very clear, because the Queen of Swords is our intellectual energy, about what sort of energy you want to tap into, okay? Let's see, what are these final 2 oracles? We have Mars in Pisces in the 12th house, escape. That's a little bit of the shadow side of the shapeshifter, okay? So I'll talk about that in a second. 12th house is our shadow, it's our psyche, and then we have Moon in Taurus, 2nd house showing up again. So look, you definitely are somebody who finds comfort in having a nice, comfortable place to yourself, a nice home, and I'm not talking about like big lavishness. Yes, that's possible because it's Taurus, but we're talking about comfort because the Moon talks about our security system. So you do find, as I said, some of you going very overboard in expectations of yourself. You may go above and beyond to make your home the most comfortable place for your family or your spouse or for yourself. Everything has to be perfect. Just watch out for that. That's a bit of over pivoting. But the underlying reason is because that brings you comfort, and it's okay, and it is great. You have 2 2s over here, right? But at the same time, don't bend over backwards and lose all your energy in that. Enjoy, get some flowers, make it nice and appealing so it's a peaceful place for you to like enjoy your day after a busy day. Absolutely. You will naturally find comfort. So yes, some sorting, some arranging, some rearranging of furniture may actually help you with that as well, okay? But this one is what I wanted to talk about, is just a little bit of like, don't lose yourself so much that you lose your identity. The 12th house is the hidden house. It's our psyche. It's our shadow to a little extent. Not as much as the 8th house, but this is about what we think of over and over again. And at Mars here, there may be a tendency to go to extremes, okay? And that's why escape is here. It's a very fluid house. Interesting how Pisces is coming up with the shapeshifter, because Pisces is the perfect shapeshifter. So this is like, yeah, go with the flow, but not so much that you lose yourself entirely. That's what's coming here through, okay? So that was a lot of different messages, but so far what your guides want you to focus on is being flexible, being resourceful, but at the same time creating enough comfort around you by not killing yourself, okay? And metaphorically speaking, of course. So let's pull some tarot and see what you need to hear. So Spirit for pile 4. What do they need to hear? What should they focus on? What should they focus on? Pile 4, Spirit. So we got the World. Beautiful. We got the 7 of Wands. Keep going. 5 of Wands. Look at so many animals showing up for you guys. Queen of Wands. What is going on? 5 of Cups and 1 more. And the Death card. Wow. I didn't talk about the snakeskin, right? The snakeskin is again all about death and rebirth. So letting go of the old, shedding the old, and being okay with the rawness that we get the new skin. So this is interesting. They want me to show. I got a like a burn over here, and you know, like as it's kind of scraping off, that's the dead part, right? The skin underneath is a little sensitive, and that's what I'm getting. That's what I was gonna say with the snake skin over here and the death energy showing up, Scorpio energy as well, that we gotta let go of things that we found comfort in and allow a little bit of discomfort as the new self reveals. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we have the World, major arcana. We have the 7 of Wands, we have the 5 of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, we have 5 of Cups, and we have the Death energy. So let me see. 15, 6, 11, 7, 5, 5, and Death card is 13, which is a 4. Okay. With the World energy over here, again, this is like calling you to complete a cycle. Okay, the World talks about endings and new beginnings. You know, this is the portal that we walk through, and then the bear figure always talks about shedding our layers, shedding our burdens, shedding our old expectations, and coming out really raw. Okay, so for a moment, as you make these changes, you may feel quite vulnerable, and that's okay, but that's because you're shedding a lot of baggage, a lot of weight, a lot of rules that you had created around you. It's time to let those go. These rules may have also made you feel like you're pretty much on your own. You don't have a support system, because that's what the 7 of Wands talks about, is like we built a fence around us, but it's not quite a fence. It's almost like we're guarding us against others. This will fall away. This will fall away the moment you let your guard down and detach from your old identity. This will fall away. With the 5 of Wands also, again, these are just pretend competitions and pretend debates and useless, arguments that other people bring to us because we engage with it. But the moment, where like you have stripped everything away from your psyche, you won't have naturally the patience to engage with any of these people. And that's great, because you can just get them out of your energy field, because guess what? You are supposed to focus on your own abundance, on your own resourcefulness. And with so many wands here, again, there is a fire burning within you. Okay, your spirit is calling you to go after something that excites you and not something that sucks your energy. Wands represent our spirit, our soul. because they're fire energy, right? They represent our inner fire. So with so much fire over here, it's almost like you need to sometimes like burn the old image, come out raw and start fresh, and then see what are you being called to. Continue on that path. And you know, again, with the Five of Cups, don't for a second think that all that was for a waste. No, it wasn't. There were a lot of lessons you learned, especially like by following the book as well, going by the book. You excelled, you mastered certain elements in your life, but now you're like, all right, some things don't fall in that pattern, and you get to adapt. So never ever feel or be sorry about some last or previous opportunities that didn't fall your way, or you felt like you put in a lot of effort and didn't get the results of it. Well, you didn't get the result, the exact result that you wanted, because you've been very rigid on yourself, but you actually grew a lot through that experience. And focus on that and release the rest, because this is a time to completely transform yourself. This is a time of new beginnings. So look at that. Endings and beginnings, transforming into completely something new, releasing all these useless arguments with people who just like poke at you. They just want to be you. That's why they poke at you. But rather living your life in your true alignment, okay? Spirit, any advice for group 4? What is the advice for group 4? The star has been coming out quite a bit today. Well, at least in the pre-shuffles also came out quite a bit. Okay, I think we got enough. All right. So let's see. We have the star. Okay, the star energy in terms of the advice. We have the Knight of Wands, more fire. So follow your passion. Follow your passion. Follow your path. We have the Seven of Cups. This is time to think about your dreams, your own abundance. What do you want to attract into your life? Whether or not that makes sense to the others around you, that's not the case. This is about your choices, your experiences that you want to bring in. And we have the Eight of Wands. Wow. This is a lot of momentum. Look at how many wands you have. And then you have the High Priestess. Again, the death energy, the resurrection showing up over here with the snake. She came out in another pile, and that's why I remember talking about it. So again, shedding old skin, death and rebirth, rebirthing into a new self. I feel like you're becoming somebody very flexible, and you'll be surprised at how much the energy opens up the less you make it restrictive. So simple things, simple changes in life. Let's say, I don't know, you have to have your morning coffee at a certain time, or going back to that previous example, every meal should be, or every dinner meal should be home cooked, and this is how it has to be. This has to have all the 5 elements, or, whatever, carbs, proteins, whatever, dairy, fruit, all of those, all the time. And the moment you start releasing a little bit in 1 or 2 areas of your life, you'll see the stress just dissipates, and you get to focus on your dreaminess. You get to focus on what your spirit is calling you. There's so much healing. Focus on your own self-healing, okay? Pray to the stars, I think, with the star coming up over here. But some of you may also be Aquarius energy, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But that's what you're being called to do. It's and as you get that energy, because this is your inner calling, look at this one. There is always you're going to attract good news towards you. There may be travel, it's something good, but there'll be a lot more momentum, because what happens when we clench, we're not able to be swift and move fast. But when we loosen up, we're ready, and we're more nimble and flexible and agile. That's what's coming through. So be open to that. But you probably already know that if you made it this far into the reading, because the High Priestess is here and she's telling me that you know what you need to change. There's little changes along the way. And just being, what's the phrase? The phrase is working smart and not working hard. That's what you should focus on. And that's going to bring you huge results. Okay, let's get you a message from Archangel Michael. I'll draw you another one because this came in the last pile as well. But this is, I think I touched on this. If I'm not losing my mind, I literally touched on this, forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong, in the sense, your past self, how you were operating, you did your best in every single moment at the level of energy and the level of consciousness that you were at, right? That's what's coming through loud and clear over here. Forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. And the prayer here is, I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. I really think I said that in this reading, but at this point, like towards the end of the recording, everything gets mixed up in my mind. So that I really think I did get that message before. Let's get you one more, and then we'll get you your angel number. Whoa. Okay. Oh, that's surprising. Romance angels are helping you. I didn't see that coming at all. So I'll call it out when I know I did not get the message, but I did not get this message anywhere in your reading, but here it is. Romance angels are helping you, and the prayer is, Dear guardian angels of my soulmate, thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, for giving us the motivation to make healthful life changes, and for arranging for us to meet. Thank you for helping us recognize each other and have the courage to say hello so that we can eventually delve into a truly intimate relationship. How beautiful. And guess what? This is going back to the shapeshifter. If you don't go out of the norm, if you go to the same places at the same time all the time, there's less chances for you to randomly come into a chance meeting with your counterpart as well, okay? So if you're ever called to do something like completely out of the blue, you get invited to something, go for it. Go for it. Because with this card showing up, I was like, yep, go for it. Blend in. Try to blend in. And if you can't blend in, just like try the experience and see how it goes. All right, let's get you your angel number, pile 4. And I'd encourage everyone to always read up the meaning of the angel number. We have number 17. Okay. I am independent. So if you see repeating 17s, 1771, 17, that's your angels trying to communicate with you. And the message here is, the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. Wow, buy the book. Like, you may be somebody who is really an expert at your field. Very, very strong performer as well. Of course, hold yourself to very high standards. So that's coming through as an acknowledgement, as a kudos to you. But yeah, that's when you see 17, that's when your angels are trying to communicate with you, okay? That's what I have for you, pile 4. If this resonated, do give me a big thumbs up. Comment below if you want to share if specific areas truly, truly resonated with your situation. I love to read everybody's comments, and share it with a friend or two if you think that'll bring them some lessons or some messages and kind of some healing through the readings, right? If you need a personal reading, do reach out to me. All the information is in the description box, and we can work out a schedule, and we'll go from there. So with that, wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.